Alrighty, don't know what happened. I think I lost segment 3, but here we go. Resuming, Grizzly Spectacle for removal. Argentum Armor. This is one of those high mana cost equipments I was talking about. It's 6 mana to bring it out and 6 to equip it. But it does give +6/+6, and whenever the equipped creature attacks, you destroy target permanent. So, I mean, there's a lot of value in this card, but for the cost, it's so much. 12 mana is a lot. You know, I mean, just to get it out and get it equipped. However, that's what Pure Steel Paladin comes in for, making its equip cost 0, or, you know, Brass Squire for doing the same thing. And there's another one that allows you to bring out your hand for like 2 mana. I forget what it is. It's not a white card. It's an Artificer of some sort. It's like Stone Wake Artificer. I don't remember. But it's on my list. So, yeah, Argentum Armor. You know, badass. Here's a card. This is actually one of the last times I went to my local game shop. They have a box of like old cards. It's like $1 a card. Kind of a rip-off because a lot of cards probably aren't worth $1 in there. But you know, that wild chick was like, oh, you know, let's look through it. You know, let's see if we can find some stuff for EDH decks. I knew I was going to go black, so there was no question about it in my mind. I mean, I picked a bunch of stupid stuff that really I had no reason to pick up for an EDH deck. Like Aladdin's Ring, 8 mana cost for 4 damage, so it's like 16 mana just to do 4 damage to a creature. Stupid, but it was just nifty. It's like, hey, you know, and that was the cool thing about it, as we looked through those cards. You got to see a lot of cards I never played with. And I don't know what the set is, but Diabolical Edict, removal, it's black, it's cool. You know, glad to have it in my deck. Traveler's Amulet for a little bit of mana fixing, pay 1 mana to summon it, 1 mana to actually search the library for land. Murder for some removal. Doomblade for some removal. By the way, I like the artwork on that. Land. Now here's one of those cards that I have in here, Shadow Slice. You know, it's one of those cards that if I get something better, I would replace it. It's 5 mana for a sorcery that has Cipher. Target opponent loses 3 life, Cipher it. Usually I get this card and I put it on a flyer that I've made indestructible or hexproof, and just start swinging in. Or like unblockable, and just keep doing the damage plus the 3. So, I mean, if something better came along, I'd probably put it in here. So, Evolving Wilds, Vault of the Archangel. I actually, you know, need 2 more of these for my standard deck while it's still in, because it's a mana thing that I'm having with my standard deck, and I need to do something about it. But yeah, my birthday's coming up very soon, so, you know, if anyone has 2 that they want to part with, you know, for my standard deck, keep me in mind. Yeah, I know, birthday, what the hell's that? Or Blood Run of Viscopa, that may be my 4th. Nah, I'm kidding. No, actually, if you want to, go ahead, by all means, PM me. I'm not going to say no to birthday gifts from people. You know, I've had some pretty crappy birthdays. You know, so getting things are actually, you know, nice little reminders that you're loved, and, you know, I don't know, it's a silly little thing, and, you know, it seems selfish and seems like, oh, hey, but, you know, I've gone several birthdays where they just weren't that great, so, but, you know, I'm getting all sappy here, reminiscing about good and bad times. Moving on, Transguild Promenade, a little bit of mana fixing, Plains, blah, 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 Desecration Demon. 4 mana for a 6/6 that every combat your opponent can choose to sacrifice a creature to have this tapped, but it gets a 1/1 counter. So this is a card. Yeah, it does a job. Now here's a cool one I didn't get to play with that I was kind of impressed with, and I think I paid like 30 cents for it or less. Painful Quandary. 5 mana for an enchantment. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, that player loses 5 life unless he or she discards a card. You'd be surprised how often people forget this is out there and cast the last card in their hand and realize they don't have anything to discard. So yeah, pretty cool. Death Pact Angel. You know what? I love this card. I do. It's just a nice looking card. I mean, I fell in love with the art. This is really what sold me, I think. One of the big cards that sold me on Orzhov. Like, the more I look at it, it's, you know, the artwork was incredible. You know, the pale skin, you know, shining through, the black wings, the flowing black, I don't even know what the hell that is, the black dress, the gold armor, yeah, the you know, the big scythe, the Orzhov symbol. This was a biggie for me. But I'm going to take a minute here, and then we'll go on to part 4.